Welcome, welcome to another After Pill live stream. Man. Listen, man. Listen, this right here. Hold up. We gotta pause the show for a bit, man. We gotta pause the show for a bit. Mr. Steal Your Girl Ninja. Look, bro. Look at how good a ninja look when and got the haircut. About to brush the waves in, ninja. You ain't never seen nobody this sexy, ninja. Ninja glowing. Ninja looking all ooh wee. Just look at that ninja. Look at him. See, listen. See, 2026. All 2026, right? If you've earned the right, if you earned the right to be cocky, if you've earned the right to be arrogant, if you've earned the right to be charismatic, if you've earned this, right? If you've earned all of this, 2026 is your year. We got a loser in here talking to one person and hyping yourself up, huh? You must be new here, buddy. You must be new here, loser. Go and look at the stats, my guy. Go and look at past videos, my guy. We just started. We 1 minute in. We're 1 minute in. Penis sucker. We're 1 minute in. Dick sucker. Get my jock out of your mouth. That's what you can do. So 2026, as a matter of fact, is not for you. Ninjas like you. The Doghouse. Your username is the Doghouse. Get up out of here, man. Look, they popping in early. Like, they popping in early. I just started. I barely even said anything. Ninja, I barely even said anything. Ninja already in here. He seen me and got in his feelings. Like, you in here hyping yourself up, huh? Ninja, I'm 30 seconds in. He's like, you in here talking to yourself. Well, Ninja, how do you think that this shit starts? Ninja, like, how do you think this starts? Yeah, if I'm live, that means I start off first talking to myself, Ninja. I'm not even talking to myself. Really, Ninja want to get all specific, like, you in here hyping yourself up. It's always the dudes with no profile picture. Like, losers. God, Lee, man, it's so crazy how this space is so filled with loser men. Like, Ninja probably in front of his desk eating goddamn on Fruit Loops with all that color red 44 and all of that shit, destroying his hormones. He probably got a beer gut and everything. But he over here talking, yeah, you hyping yourself up. You goddamn Skippy, I'm hyping myself up. And I can take any bitch that you bring around me, boy. I can take any bitch that you bring around me. That's a fact. That is a fact, Ninja. Talking about you hyping yourself up, Ninja. If you look like me, Ninja, you will be hyping yourself up too. Like, what, Ninja? Anyway, what's going on? Welcome to the After Pill live stream. Welcome to another live stream. Make sure you come on in and hit that like button. This is going to be a very, very good live this evening, right? We're going to be talking about, listen, all 2026. We're talking about the year 2026. Listen, 2025 already over it. If you're waiting on the new year, if you're waiting on a new year to come, listen, you already behind. Listen, I've already been implementing my goals, Ninja, since March. Ninja, since February. Right? Since the previous year, Ninja, my goals, listen, I write down new goals almost every month. I write down all my goals like every month. Sometimes I accomplish half of my list. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I accomplish a quarter of my list. Sometimes I don't. Right? But the fact of the matter is, you got to keep moving. You got to keep moving. 2026 is the year for the winners and the rule breakers. Right? Let me say that one more time. 2026 is the year for the winners and the rule breakers. And they kind of one and the same. Because if you're still playing by the traditional programming, If you're still playing by the traditional program, and if you're still playing by the old rules, listen, you already out. So we got the losers coming in. It's hard to even get mad anymore. It's hard to even get mad anymore because it's just like these men are just so pathetic. I'm in here talking. Ninjas wants to make like 5-year-old jokes. They probably kids in the first place, right? They probably kids in the first place. Critical Rick said the mustache is a sign of deceitfulness. So these ninjas are so dumb. These ninjas are so dumb, and you're so incorrect. You're so incorrect. Let me school you. First of all, loser. This is how you know. Most of these guys, they're dim-witted. They don't know what they're talking about. There's a whole study. There's a whole study done on men who shave their facial hair down and only keeping the mustache. There's a whole study done on this, so much so that the military implemented this. So much so that prestigious companies, when you go into certain restaurants, you probably never been in one, broke boy, right? When you go into certain 4-star, 5-star restaurants, when you go into certain 4-star, 5-star hotels, when you work for certain businesses, guess what? No facial hair. Only keep your mustache, because there's actual scientific studies done on this saying that people are more drawn, and the facial hair is actually less trustworthy than the man who actually had. Bro, I'm not even finna get into this. There's a whole study done on this. There's a whole study done on this. You ninjas are dumb and pathetic. See, I talk from actual knowing shit, doing study, doing research. You can go and research this yourself. You can exit out of here and go and do the research. Hey, what is the research on facial hair being less trustworthy? All the studies that come up showing you that, hey, facial hair is actually less trustworthy. That's why businessmen shave. That's why attorneys shave. That's why most professionals shave. Dim-witted ass, left behind ass ninja. Losers. I tell you, losers. He thought he was so right. Ninjas be thinking that they so right. Ain't studied nothing. Ninja barely studied the English language. Ninjas barely studied the English language, talking about some the mustache is less trustworthy. Ninja ain't even dropped his nuts. Damn fat sloppalopasauruses. Incels. Dang on video game warriors. Keyboard warriors. Shit is pathetic. Shit is pathetic. And this is a perfect segue. This is a perfect segue into the dang on the topic of the day anyway. Because you see, I'm over here popping my shit, right? And I'm going to continue to pop my shit, right? 2026. Listen, it's for the rule breakers. If you're still abiding by the old traditional system, if you're still hoping that Daddy Trump is going to come save you, if you're hoping that the Republicans are going to come save you, if you're hoping that the Democrats are going to come save you, if you're hoping that they're just going to come and save the day and make sure that you're all good and Tushu, they're not. They're not. You think that these people are playing by the same set of rules that you're playing by? They're not. They're playing by a whole different set of rules. They telling you to do something completely different than what they're doing and what they're implementing in their children. Right? Cartier, they saving themselves. They saving themselves. They ain't trying to, they don't care nothing about you. You think they playing by the rules? Trump ain't even playing by the rules. This administration ain't playing by the rules. That should be your telltale sign. The fact that they're not playing by the rules. They're breaking laws. They're trying to sidestep the Constitution. They're literally showing you that the rules are for thee and not for me. But y'all steady keep on playing. Right? I dropped my last video Well, the one before last. The one before last, and I was talking about basically how basically white men are basically the victims now. Right? They're the victims now. They're being discriminated against and blase, blase, blah. So I broke that video down and actually told it how it is. You got ninjas in the comment section. Oh, don't turn into a racist. I'm like, are you serious? Ninja want to tell me not to turn into a racist. First and foremost, racism is the lowest form of calibration, lowest form of frequency that you can act on in the first place. It's a low form of frequency, right? So that's not even the frequency I can even get on. But secondly, how in the hell you got 1,000,001? You got 1,000,001 subtly racist channels. You got 1,000,001 actual racist channel, Legion of Incels. Like, you got all these channels, but Ninja want to come onto my channel and tell me, oh, don't turn into a racist. You don't want to do that. Ninja, fuck you. Get the hell up off my channel. First of all, that's not even what it is. But when I actually give statistics and data to back up what I'm saying and how I'm saying it is very strategic and surgical, Ninja. Now ninjas want to be like, oh man, you don't want to turn into a racist. Oh, I remember when I dropped the videos, what was that? I said something, white man was something, about a month ago. Ninja started talking about, man, you racist, you hate white people. I'm like, bro, y'all are the weakest group of men I've ever came across in my fucking life. These ninjas will sit down and watch Legion of Incels. These ninjas will sit down and watch the Hodge twins. These ninjas will watch Myron Gaines with his fed ass. They'll sit back and watch these ninjas blurt out the hard R for a dang on hour, right? They'll be like, yeah, you know what? He's right. It's just a word. Ninja, it's just a word. Am I right? Nobody should be tripping. Y'all shouldn't be chimping out over no words. But the minute I break down some goddamn on history, Ninja start malfunctioning. Man, you can't say that, Ninja. You can't say that. Like, you being racist, Ninja. I'm like, man, y'all don't get y'all bitch ass. Bruh, the world is so backwards. The world is so backwards. Listen, if you still holding back, and when I say holding back, I meant that if you're not pushing ahead and trying to get as far as you need to go, listen, you're gonna be left behind. You're gonna be left behind, right? As you can see, ain't nobody playing fair. As you can clearly see, ain't nobody playing fair. Everybody playing favorites, as you can see. And the reason why I'm saying that, the reason why I'm bringing that up is you can't be concentrating on what other people have to say. You're not going to win that way. If you're concentrating on what other people have to say, if you're concentrating on everybody else's opinion, when most of the shit is not even constructive anyway, most of everybody just blurting out whatever they want to say. They think they know what they're talking about. Most of them don't know. 90% of them don't know what they're talking about. Ninjas in the basement trying to tell you what to do. Ninjas in the basement trying to tell you how to do this and how to do that. Ninjas don't know nothing. Ninjas still work at Jiffy Lube. They work at they're a cashier at Cracker Barrel, Ninja, right? They Ninja they don't even drive trucks. Ninja out here sweeping the parking lot. Ninja, you sweep the parking lot. Ask one of them ninjas how to get your CDL, Ninja. You sweeping the parking lot at the truck stop, Ninja. Ask one of them ninjas how to get your CDL. What you need to do. Ninjas don't even want to drive trucks, man. That may be too hard. I don't want to drive trucks, but you out here sweeping it. You out here sweeping truck lot, Ninja. Ninjas out here sweeping a truck lot. Bruh, please. 2026 is the year of rule breaking. And that doesn't mean get out here and commit crimes. That doesn't mean get out here and do something that's clearly illegal. But this is the year that you need to make advancements in whatever that you're trying to do. Fuck what everybody else got to say. Right? The people who make as you can see, the people who are making the most noise are the people who are going against the grain. The people who are making the most noise, the people who are making that moolah, that dinero, they're going against the grain. So guess what that means? Guess what that means that you need to do? You need to go against the grain. You need to go against tradition. Tradition ain't working. Everybody yapping, talking about we need to bring back tradition. We need to bring back, bro. First of all, it ain't coming back, and no, we don't. How about that? No, we don't. First of all, our society would collapse if we bring back tradition. Oh, they don't want to hear that. Our society would collapse if we bring back tradition. Why? Because there's too many, and I'm gonna keep on saying this till there's no more breath. There is too many losers in our society to bring back any kind of traditional anything. There's too many losers. Ninjas can't handle traditional roles. What part of that don't y'all understand? These losers out here cannot handle traditional roles. They will pop. You can't handle being head of household. Your ass will malfunction and off yourself, ninja. You can't handle that shit. Everybody want to talk about, I want a traditional wife. But these are the same guys talking about they want a traditional wife are the same guys talking about women should pay for this. And she should I shouldn't have to pay for the first date. I shouldn't have to pay all of the dates. She should be, if she interested in me, then that means that she should pay. Ninja, that goes against everything that you stand for, old fake, fraudulent ass ninjas. That makes no sense. You want to go 50-50. Well, if a woman likes you, she'll pay all the bills. I'm like, bro, we are doomed. If we bring back tradition, we're doomed. We're going to fail as a society. We're going to fail as a society. Bro, these ninjas nuts at it. These ninjas are 30 years old. You got a lot of men out here, 30 years old, nuts ain't even dropped. They don't even know what it feels like to leave the house. They've never been on their own. Never had an apartment, right? They don't stay in a house of their own. They still ask permission. Hey, mom, I'm having friends over at 6. Please, so can you please make sure that the pizza arrives on time? The last time you ordered pizza, it was late and it kind of ruined everything. My sleepover. Ninja's 30 years old. Jack Frost, what's going on? Ninja's 30. Jack Frost speaks. This ninja talks. Hold up, Jack Frost. Jack Frost speaks. This ninja don't never talk. But you got dudes who are 30 years old and just don't know anything about life. Don't know anything about life. But y'all want to bring back tradition? Well, I can go to work. I can go to work and she can stay at home. Okay? And then what, ninja? How much money you gonna make? See, ninjas don't wanna. God damn, Jack Frost. Jack Frost, calm down. Calm down. Everybody, give a shout out to Jack Frost, man. Jack Frost done came in here. He actually spoke words. This ninja actually spoke words. And then he dropped a hundo on your boy head. This ninja came in here and dropped a hundo on your boy head. Shouts out to Jack Frost, man. Jack Frost always coming in here and dropping the bag. And I don't even expect it from Jack Frost. Jack Frost, he just come in here. He usually don't say a word. He's like a James Bond ass ninja. He just come in here and snipe. Pow! They just come in here, shoot, boom. He don't even say a word. He just come in here and drop the hundo and he leave. I don't even know if this ninja be watching the show. Like, he probably watched a few episodes. Like, I like what this ninja doing. I like what he's saying. I'm just pop in here and drop a hundo in his head. Watch this. Right? That's for the tokenization investment. We leaving the old world behind. Yes, Sersky. I need to make more videos about RWAs, tokenization, the digitalization of our world, because it's happening right now. right? That's where the money, that's really where the money is going. I haven't spoke on it. I haven't spoke on it in a long time. I have been tracking though. I'm tracking what's going on, but ninjas just don't understand. Jack Frost, they don't even understand what's going on. They don't even understand what's going on. Like, our financial systems are about to change drastically. And all I'm going to say is a lot of things are happening on purpose, right? A lot of things are happening on purpose. De-dollarization, the way that our economy is going, the way that the world is going, the chaotic atmosphere is a reason why they're doing this. I just want y'all to know. I'm not gonna speak on it too much on this live, because that's a whole separate topic, right? That's a whole separate topic, and I honestly only want that to be for the members, people who actually invested into me. I only want that to be for them, right? So if you're not a member, you're not a Patreon member, you're not a YouTube member, right? Sorry, but you're gonna be out of the loop. So I'm gonna do a few episodes on that exactly, because the world is definitely changing. MSK says, oh, you're talking to Unfiltered Grind. Once I've realized one is coming, oh, yo, you took it back. But anyway, yeah, tokenization of real world assets is a real thing. It's already legal. It's already legal. There are many companies. There are companies. There's actually a website where you can track. I don't know it off the top of my head, but it's in my browser. There's actually a website that you can track in real time, real world assets being tokenized, and you can see the whole history. The last time I looked at it was about a month ago. You can see the whole history of how much has been transferred, and it has been speeding up by the year. It has been speeding up by the year. I think it's only been available for the past 2 years, but it's been speeding up by the year. Now people are trading billions of dollars worth of real world assets that are tokenized. Man, y'all don't even know what's going on, man. Y'all think your boy just dropping content. Y'all think that's all. Yeah, that ninja he only be on YouTube and he just be talking. Yeah, ninja, okay. Until you see me, you'll see me sipping pina coladas on a beach somewhere, and you're gonna be like, what happened? Ninja, you ain't been watching me for the longest. I've been giving you the signal. I've been telling you to go do your research. You think that I'm just gonna give you the whole game, all the game? No, ninja, you got to do your own research. You got to see what's going on. You just letting the years go by. What did you do 2025? What did you do 2020? What did you do all 2025? What did you do? Ask yourself that. What have you accomplished this year? I'll tell you what I accomplished. How about, you know what? I'll start first, ninja. I'll start first. Let me turn the light on. It's getting dark. I'll start first, ninja. These are goals that I actually accomplished, right? I wrote down that I'm going to go out the country twice this year. I said that I was going to go out the country twice this year. What did I do? I went out of the country twice this year. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. I said that I was going to hit a certain subscriber count by certain dates. Boom, boom, boom. Guess what I did? I hit my subscriber counts by those dates. I said that I was going to get in the best shape this year. Lo and behold, I got into the best shape of my life this year. Yes, I slipped, but I got back on my pivot. Let's see what else. I said that I was going to make a certain amount of money this year. I had wrote down a certain amount of money that I needed to make every week, right? Boom, boom, boom. Guess what I did? Guess what I did? I made that certain amount of money by the week. What else did I write? I wrote so many goals down. Not all of them were accomplished, but I accomplished meaningful goals this year. What did you do? What did you do? Jack Frost says Undo Finance bringing stocks on a Solana platform early early 2026. It's on now. Shouts out to Jack Frost. Undo Finance. Yep. I'm tracking Undo as well. I'm tracking Undo as well. Don't give him too much game, Jack. Don't give him too much game, Jack. BlackRock is definitely driving this tokenization. It don't matter who driving it. I don't give a damn who driving it. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn if Satan driving a bitch. Hey, I invested my money, Ninja. Do right by me and give me my money, Ninja. I don't care who driving the goddamn shit. Right? the point of the matter is that regardless, for your survival, this is the route that we're going. Right? Gold and silver is gonna, if y'all have, listen, man, if you have not been investing in gold and silver, right, since really early this year, right, since early this year, Ninja, you are behind the 8-ball. Now, not saying that you still shouldn't be investing in it, right? You can still hop on, but Ninja, like, we've been throwing money at gold and silver, right? Soon as Trump bitch ass got in there and started fucking up shit, everybody was like, yeah. Everybody who was in the loop, they were like, yep, all right. And then just everybody was like, yeah, it's time to throw some money at gold and silver. Once he started getting up there and fucking up shit, fucking up the economy, right? Everything got more expensive. Y'all should have known, right? Gold for the longest have been a hedge against inflation. What have we been seeing really since the Biden administration, honestly? Really since not even after the pandemic, really during the pandemic and after, right? What have we been seeing? We've been seeing high inflation, right? That was your time. If you're paying attention to the CPI reports. If you don't know what CPI reports, get on your game, right? If you haven't been paying attention to the CPI reports, then you're not tracking inflation rates. Right? You're not tracking inflation rates. You got to be tracking inflation rates. You got to see, you're supposed to be seeing how far your money is going and how far it's not going. Right? For the majority of us, our money ain't going too far. Yep, stuff was going up. Stuff was going up way before Trump got into office. Yep, we know that. But during the pandemic, things kind of went haywire. That was the time period where everything just went haywire. Right? That was some of the largest jumps, right, that we've seen still, right? And things have not went back down to pre-pandemic levels. They have not went back down. That's the thing. When things go up, they're never coming back down. When things go up, they're never coming back down. Right? Momo, the disciple, said, I'm winning, damn it. That's the spirit. That's the spirit. I'm winning, damn it. Look, you have no choice. Listen. There is no in-between anymore. There is no in-between anymore. You either go, listen, I know I joke a lot, be screaming and all that shit, but listen, this is dead serious. Like, when I get off these streams, when I get off videos and stuff like that, bro, I'm locked in. I'm as serious as a heart attack. I'm as serious as a heart attack in real life because y'all don't understand. Maybe you do, but many of you probably don't understand how serious this shit is. Y'all don't understand how serious this shit is. I'm literally making life-altering moves as we speak. Right? I'm making a life-altering move this year, 2026, going into 2026. I'm making a life-altering moves. Right? 2026, y'all are going to see the after pill. Y'all going to see after pill everywhere. Let's put it like that. 2026 is the year y'all see the after pill truly take off. Mark my words. I promise you. I'm telling you right now. What's today? December 20. What's the day? December 20th. It's December 20th, 2025. The after pill will be worldwide. 2026. Right? That is the year you're going to see the after pill explode. Right? 2026 is the year of just everything. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Momo the Disciple said, just got my first rental property last month. By 2027, I will have 3 or 4. Shouts out to Momo. Premium fuel only. I made money off of used trailers. You couldn't buy brand new. Shouts out to premium fuel only. See, that's what I like to hear right there. You see, this is what I like to hear. For you losers, y'all see the W's. Y'all see the guys talking about they're on it. They're on it. Got one guy said, I got my first rental property last month. By 2027, I will have 3 or 4. That's what I'm talking about right there. Got another guy saying, I made money off of used trailers you couldn't buy brand new. So he's flipping trailers. No, come on now. Like, y'all wasting time. Right? Listen, the winner's gonna win. The winner's gonna do what they was always meant to do in the first place. Y'all think shit's sweet. But keep sitting around watching Netflix. Bro, the only time I watch Netflix is when my girl wanna watch Netflix, Ninja. And then I can only watch one episode. I swear to God. I can only watch one episode or something. Then I gotta say, I gotta get back to work. That's when I work 24/7. When I'm not asleep, I'm working. Either at my 9-to-5 job, or I'm working on the back end with online income. YouTube, I told y'all I'm working on an app right now, right? Building out an app right now. Like, I'm doing several different things, bro. Y'all don't even understand. 2026 is gonna be crazy. 2026 is gonna be crazy. Y'all gonna be like, damn, the After Pill really took off. Then Ninja gonna be trying to get in on the scoop and all that. Like, Ninja, y'all should have got on with the scoop back then, but I tried to tell y'all. Now Ninja's gonna be trying to catch up. Right now, don't catch up. You should have been started. You don't have to catch up if you started. Right? Yeah, I mean, you can run the marathon, but wouldn't you want to have started when the shot went off? Boom. Right? You don't want to start behind the runner. Why you want to start behind the runner? Go ahead and start when the gun go off. Pow! Right? But you didn't hear it though. You didn't hear it because your mama was screaming in your ear, "My baby! My baby!" That's what you heard. So you didn't even hear the shots go off. Ninja. You didn't even hear the shots go off. Crazy. So 2026, bro, ain't no more being humble. I'm really tired of this shit, bro. I'm tired of the holding back, right? The sparing of people's feelings and egos and all of that stuff, because so many men just don't want to win. So many men don't want to go above and beyond. Bro, just if you gotta leave those people where they stand, just leave them where they stand. If you gotta leave those people where they stand, just leave them where they stand. It makes no sense going back and forth with them, but at the same time, pop your shit when it's time to pop your shit. If you've earned it, go ahead and pop your shit. Go ahead and talk your shit, right? There's a strategic way to be arrogant. There's a strategic way to be, you know what I'm saying? Let's see. There's a strategic way to do a lot of things, right? But there's too many guys. See, here's the thing. A lot of men want you to be humble because they don't have shit going on for themselves, right? They want you to be humble, but they don't have nothing going on for themselves. So just like early in the chat, right? I'm up here hyping myself up. Like, yeah, Ninja, you look good, Ninja. Right? Mr. Steal Your Girl. Here come a loser in the chat talking about some, there, you in here talking to yourself. You in here talking to yourself. I'm like, go ahead and hype yourself up. You in here talking to yourself. I'm like, bro, what in the world? Momo says, it's always the dudes doing nothing that want to hate and kill your shine. It's always. Unfiltered Grind says, I'm looking into investing in vans for this delivery app I be on. I get that. Make my money back in a couple months. Go ahead, Ninja. That's what I'm saying. Go ahead. right? At this point, you should be taking risk, right? You should be taking risk. That's what you should be doing. And as a matter of fact, was this? This was this. I think this was when the pandemic started, right? This is when the pandemic started. I had left this job that I was at because everything was just going haywire, and this is when I really started to do delivery stuff. So like Instacart, it was this platform called VHO that I was doing. There were people who was making so much money. Like when this stuff first started, when the pandemic first started, bro, the money was going crazy. The money was circulating. And you had people who had their own vans, right? You had people who had bought vans and all of that stuff, and they were just loading up the truck, right? They were going ham with the deliveries. And I'm talking about they were making 1,000, 1,500 in a day. Right now, I know it's not, as crazy as that was, but even myself, I was just driving a car, and no lie, I could make like $300, $500 in a day. Right? My best day, I did make a band in a day, but this was when the pandemic first started, and people still had that. People didn't know what was going on, so people just throwing money at stuff. People just, people didn't want to go out. People didn't want to go to the grocery stores. So, Ninja, I was out there with my mask on like it was the end of the world, Ninja. I was like, yeah, I got to, get this money, right? I was like, and it was a lot of money. So I was jumping from grocery delivery to Uber, right? Man, I was making so much goddamn money when the pandemic first started. Man, I was bringing in a shit ton of money. Like $2,000 untaxed for the week, right? And I was doing that for like 2 months, 3 months. The money was strong. 2,000, 2,500 untaxed for the week. Man, I was going crazy. User J55 said, "Are you planning to visit Auckland, New Zealand?" What's in Auckland? I don't know what's in Auckland. So here's my list of trips. Here's my list of trips that I'm trying to set for 2026. I'm trying to get to around 4 countries. I want to do 4 countries this year. Right? Hopefully I can do more if everything is set up right. But I want to do 4 countries. He said Aussie Jucos. I don't know. I haven't done no research on New Zealand. I don't know. New Zealand sounds a little plain, and I don't know. Yeah, I don't hear too much about it. I'll do some research. But I'm trying to do 4 countries. So I skipped Colombia. I shouldn't have skipped Colombia, right? That should have been my second trip, but I didn't go. But I'm gonna make my rounds. I gotta get down to Colombia. Gotta get down to Cartagena. That's one country. And I'm also trying to do my European tour for 2026. I'm trying to do my European tour for 2026. So I'm trying to do Germany, right? Trying to do Frankfurt, Germany. That's my first country. Flying to Germany, Frankfurt, Germany, maybe do Berlin as well, but Germany for sure, Frankfurt for sure. Then after that, I want to do Prague. Czech Republic. Ninja don't know nothing about the Czechians, right? I'm trying to do Prague, Czech Republic, right? I'm gonna go into Prague, Czech Republic. That's Eastern Europe, right? And then I'm gonna end it off in Portugal, Lisbon, Portugal, right? So that's 4, right? So Colombia, Colombia, and then Germany, and then Czech Republic, and then Portugal. Yep, that's 4 countries. There we go. I'm trying to do 4 countries for 2026. So we're gonna go into Colombia, and then of course I'm gonna be back and forth. To the Dominican Republic all year, right? Stay tuned for that. So back and forth from Dominican Republic all year. But Dominican Republic is a given. But Colombia, Czech Republic, Germany, and dang on Portugal, right? But if I can do more, I'll do more. So if I can go on a month hiatus, Ninja, if I can go on a month hiatus, I'll hit more countries. I'll hit Bucharest, Romania. I'll also hit Budapest, Hungary, and I got to get to. I'm still debating on going to Warsaw, Poland. I'm still debating on that one. I may switch. I can't give up Portugal, right? I can't give up Portugal, and I do want to go to Prague. But I don't know. I don't know how I do it. I may switch out Germany for actual Poland. But we'll see. We'll see, Ninja. Devin 4K said heard a lot of good things about Poland too. Yep, Poland is a great place. And don't believe the hype. Poland for Black American men especially is superior, Ninja. Right? You'll do fine. Poland and also Germany is also a big one as well. And surprisingly, Hungary as well. Budapest, Hungary, surprisingly, because it's a college, it's a big college city, a lot of colleges in Budapest. So a lot younger crowd, Gen Z crowd, and all of that too. So you listen. Oh, Brazil, Brazil is up there, Ninja. Brazil is up there for sure. You got to prepare for Brazil. Brazil, from where I am in Texas, Brazil is a 15-hour flight. That's like flying to Africa, Ninja. And I gotta make my way out to Africa too. Gotta get to the motherland, Ninja. Gotta get to the motherland, Ninja. So I got Lagos. Lagos is also on my list. Lagos, Nigeria, Ghana, Kenya is on my list, but I heard Lagos is like for advanced people. Lagos is a very big city. It's actually considered a mega city. So Lagos, Nigeria is on my list. Ghana, Kenya, South Africa is on my list as well. I heard some great things about South Africa outside of, Elon Musk and them, but I heard some good things about South Africa. But Brazil is up there. Rio, got to get to Rio, right? But that shit is a 15-hour flight. So you might as well say 24 hours. When you talk about anything over 12 hours, right, you flying and plus entering into a new time zone, right? So you definitely going to get there on the next day. So because you talk about 15 hours, there's definitely a stop. You're not flying the whole 15. So you got to stop, 2-hour, 3-hour stop somewhere along the trip. So you might as well say 24 hours. So that's a long trip. Brazil is not you can just escape for about 2 weeks. Well, yeah, 2 weeks is long enough for Brazil, but you can escape for a week or less. Brazil is not a week or less. Africa is not a week or less. Southeast Asia, going over there, that's 12 to 15 hours too. So going to Southeast Asia, you got to prepare for more than a week, right? But Europe, going into Europe and most of Latin America, so the Caribbean, Colombia, Panama, right? Ecuador, Costa Rica, right? You can get there. I mean, you can get there in no time. You can leave. It's like Colombia, that's a 3-hour flight, right? 6 hours if you count just making a stop, but that's nothing. Going into the DR, that's 3 hours. I mean, that's nothing, right? So Europe, that's not that bad either. Like maybe 10 hours. No, I think 9 hours. 9 hours straight shot. I found a bunch of direct flights straight into Germany. And then once you get there, I mean, you can backpack to the rest of them. So once you get into, let's say I fly into Germany, right? Stay there a few days. Then now I want to bounce over to Czech Republic. Guess what? That's an hour flight. That's nothing. So I'll be there within the dang on hour. So then I want to bounce from Czech Republic to Portugal, right? So that's on the southern end of Europe. So that's about 3 hours. So that's nothing. So you can hit, if you're in Europe, right? You can really do a 2 month. You can really do a month, 2 month hiatus in Europe because the flights are so like that in between each other, right? You can bounce from country to country. So Momo says, I'm Nigerian American. Lagos is not for anything, but it's, yeah, I've heard, Ninja. Listen, I don't want no smoke with Lagos, Ninja. I don't want no smoke with Lagos. I've heard about Lagos. Now, it's a wild city. Right? That's a big boy city. That is not for, Ninja. First of all, now Lagos is amazing, first and foremost. Let me put it like that. Lagos, I've heard nothing but good things. It's a mega city, nothing but a bunch of hustlers, right? The women are off the chain as well. Beautiful Nigerian woman, you know. I love some dark chocolate. So beautiful Nigerian woman, and they're friendly and open as well. It's a big party city, but it is not for beginners. It is not for beginners, right? You got to hit a few places before you enter into Lagos, ninja. You might want to try Kenya, Ghana, or something first before you, maybe South Africa, Cape Town, Johannesburg, right? Try one of them places. You definitely need to hit closer to home first too, ninja, right? You need to hit, you need to hit the DR. You need to hit Jamaica, Colombia, Panama, maybe Costa Rica, right? You need to hit some places that you can get in for 3 days, for a weekend, and get back out so you can get some experience with just being out of the country. Because once you out now. Once you out. Now you got to tread lightly. And then two, you got to kind of you got to prepare for Africa because and then depending on how long you stay in too, and this goes for Latin America, Southeast Asia as well. In many of these places, depending on your length of stay, mosquitoes are a big thing. So you got things like yellow fever, malaria, and Africa for me is more than likely going to be more than a week trip, 2-week trip at least. And it's been recommended that you take they have malaria medication, like pre-medication. So there's no cure for malaria, but if you get it, it's not like, you'll be extremely sick because you have had, taking the medicine and all that stuff. But yeah. Devin 4K said, in the Caribbean, Latin America for first time, which country would you suggest to visit? Depends on what you like, right? Depends on what you like. Me personally, I would say the DR is fantastic. I would say DR is fantastic for first timers. Like you get a feel for operating in a country where if you're only an English speaker, you get a feel for operating in a country that is another language, right? Which is Spanish. So you get to operate from a different language. The people are friendly, and the DR is separate because it's a Caribbean Spanish country. So, it's just different. Like Colombia is, how to put it? I'm just straight up say it's more dangerous. It's more dangerous. So the reason why I didn't go to Colombia because I was hesitant going there by myself as a first timer. Right. So I'm still doing research. I feel more comfortable now. I'll hop on a flight on the first thing smoking as soon as I can to get there. So it depends on what you like. The DR is a Caribbean. It's a Caribbean Spanish speaking country. So the vibes are different. You'll see more. It's more Afro trick because DR is basically it's a black. Me no black poppy, but it's primarily a black Spanish speaking country, right? Black in the terms of what we see as Americans. But once you leave outside of America, like people don't think in terms of color, right? Because you'll see a dang near super light skinned Dominican, and her cousin will be a Dominican my color, right? So like when you get outside of America's sphere, like people don't think in terms of that. They think more in terms of nationality and culture. But the DR is definitely top of the list. For places like Colombia, you got to do more preparing. I would say the South Americas takes a little bit more planning. I wouldn't recommend it for a first time. First of all, Colombia is definitely more dangerous than the DR. Like I wouldn't recommend a first timer just to go to Colombia and you don't know nothing, right? You don't know you don't know the language. You don't know like how things operate. You don't know how, like if you're dealing with women, you don't know like how Spanish women operate. Like the difference in culture with America. Like, I think the DR is a perfect learning place. You get to really dive deep into a mixed culture, first and foremost, and you get to learn the women, right, which is different from America, and you get to get that experience. You get to so you're gonna experience when you get into Latin America, like you're gonna experience, women who just want that money up front, right? You're gonna also experience working women, as in women who are professionals, right? You're gonna come across doctors, lawyers, just regular everyday women, right? Who just want to go on dates, right? They treat you like a man. You're gonna run into some bullshit too, right? There's feminists all over the world, but you're gonna run into some bullshit too. But that bullshit is gonna teach you like lessons, right? It's gonna teach you lessons, right? Momo says, I want to do Mexico. I know something though. I've also done North Africa and plan the back. That's what's up. Momo said, yeah, it's more about ethnic group and social class overseas, not necessarily skin color. Yeah. Yeah, it's nowhere near, like I said, it's nowhere near. Like, of course, like me being darker skinned, I'll stand out in a place like fucking Uruguay, Paraguay. I will stand out, clearly, right? But in a place like Panama, I wouldn't stand out. Why? Because many of the people in Panama are darker complected, right? I don't stand out. I don't stand out in the DR, right? I mean, I'm big and muscly. That's the only reason I stand out. But as far as just being a Black American, I don't stand out in the DR because, right, the spectrum is. I mean, you'll see darker skin. I've seen darker skin Dominicans darker than me. So you'll see darker skin and lighter skin Dominicans. I don't stand out. So somewhere like, of course, China, you would stand out, right? In certain places, you stand out. But I mean, as far as standing out, when you go places, you stand out more out of curiosity, right? You stand out more out of curiosity, right? And then from the looks of it, yeah, you stand out more for curiosity, and then Europe too. And this is why a lot of Eastern Europe is actually supposed to be unspoken. Like, ninjas ain't supposed to be in Eastern Europe. Ninjas ain't supposed to be in Eastern Europe. But here's the thing. Here's the thing about Eastern Europe. Even though you ain't supposed to be over there, the women are extra curious, especially if you're a Black American, right? If you're a Black American in Eastern Europe, oh, they're extra curious. And depending on where you are over there too, oh yeah, they're extra curious, right? So they're more open and receptive to it anyway. So you got to think, like, you coming over there, Mr. American, macho, right? They already know your pockets are full because you're an American, right? You're a gringo ninja. So they ready to go on dates. And listen, I'm gonna give you, I'm gonna tell you a little secret. I ain't supposed to be giving you this sauce. This sauce supposed to be for the Patreon. I was gonna I'm still do a whole video on this stuff. So the way that you can experiment with this, if you don't have a Tinder already, say, I'm about to give y'all some sauce. If you don't have, and some of you probably know this, but if you don't have a Tinder, go ahead and make a Tinder, right? Make a Tinder and you got to pay for it now. So Ninja, if you one of these brokies, I can't help you, Ninja. We going into 2026 now. We ain't talking no broke shit, right? Get your money up, right? We talking all money shit, money games, all this shit, right? Even like when I get established in the DR, I'm already talking about throwing like meetup parties, boat parties, and everything. Like bring the guys who are members, Patreon members, right? Bring y'all over to the DR. Of course, you got to pay your own way now, but for like a meetup and all that stuff, but a boat party full of nothing but beautiful ladies, and we just congregating and networking and stuff. I already plan on doing that, so stay tuned for that, Ninja. Stay tuned, right? But get you a Tinder. You got to pay for it. I think it's around $20-something. $20-something. I think it's for platinum. 20 something. Don't what's the word I'm looking for? Right? It's $20-something, maybe 25. So it's platinum. You put it in platinum mode. You're gonna go to platinum mode, and then with platinum, you pay for platinum, and you can put your location in any country in the world. Wherever Tinder is available, you can put your country there, right? Who is this? Tanaz talking about some, what's up, handsome? You interrupted me. Is this a woman or a man? I don't know. But anyway, but you put your Tinder in the platinum and you put it on passport mode. I'm showing you how to run an experiment, right? You don't necessarily need to, you know, talk to them or anything, right? I don't recommend actually chatting with people until you're actually ready to go. So you're going to put it in the passport mode. So where you want to go? You want to go to, let's say you want to go to Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic. You're going to put the city and the country in Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic. And then you're going to, with platinum, you also should get like a boost mode. So you should get a boost. So once you do this, pay attention to what the time zone is as well. You don't want to be running your boost and it be like 2 in the morning over there. Ain't nobody on Tinder, ninja, right? So you want to make sure you know what the time zone is over there. You want to do it, of course, when people are up, right? Which is lunchtime to dang on evening time. So around 12 at noon to 12 at night. And Tinder will tell you what's the peak times for whatever location that you use. So you're going to run your boost. If it don't come with platinum, you got to pay for a boost, right? Pay for a boost, and then just let your profile sit and just do nothing but swipe. Swipe right on whatever you want. Not no knock-kneed, buck-eyed, like American bullshit. No, swipe right on some shit that you actually want. And thank me later. Run your experiment. But make sure your Tinder is up to what it's supposed to be. Make sure it's up to what you're supposed to be. Right? I'm gonna give a whole, like, I'm gonna show y'all, see, for experiment purposes, I'm gonna show y'all mines. Right? I'm gonna show y'all what mines look like. But I just gave y'all some sauce. Right? MSK said I only travel for business, low key. I don't know what you talking about. But yeah, I just gave y'all a little sauce. So if you didn't know, now you know. So get your Tinder, make sure your profiles don't be looking like a bum, right? Put that shit on, right? Look like something. Look like you supposed to be looking. Like you got your shit together. Right? And then go from there. They already know you American, so that gives you a boost already. So put your Tinder on passport mode, and then the rest is history. So if you want to, except for Colombia, my bad, disclaimer, except for Colombia. Colombia Tinder is a no-no. No. Don't do Colombia, right? Don't do Colombia. Whatever you do, don't do Colombia. There's enough women in Colombia in eyesight for you not to do Colombia, ninja. Tinder for Colombia is a no-go, right? You will get your ass up out of there, right? You will get your ass up out of there messing around with some of those girls on Tinder. Don't do it. No, nada. Mucho malo, ninja. Mucho malo. Very bad. Somebody said something about Brazil. Latvia got a shortage of men. Head over there and help out. See, the thing is, in a lot of these countries, if you go over to Czech Republic, has a lot of Ukrainians. So you got some Latvian women over there. Germany as well. Germany has a lot of Ukrainians, Latvian, Estonians, and these are depending on what you like. Now, if you like, I have different types. I like different types. I like them from palest of the pale to the darkest of the dark. I find beauty in all women, right? All women, as long as they're beautiful, that's what counts, and their character is intact. That's all that counts. So if you like the pale ice princesses, if you like them super pale, blonde, the real blondes, not the bleach blonde, right? Real blondes, tall, 5'6" to 5'9", 10, blue eyes, green eyes, right? Like I said, nice and pale. Then those your Estonian women, Lithuanian women, right? Ukrainian woman, right? Czechian women, right? That whole Eastern Europe, yeah, you're gonna find all of them. Hungarian women, right? If you want that, you want the nice and pale and blonde hair, right? Blue eye, green eye, right? Gray eyes. Many of them have gray eyes as well. Then, hey, drop down, go on some dates, right? You know, so if you want to find you a wife, go ahead. You want to just have fun, go ahead. But then if you just like the Spanish mommies, hey, then Colombia, right? Or Latina mommies, Spanish, dang on Colombia, Brazil, they speak Portuguese, so Brazil, and you know, you can Panama, Dominican Republic. I mean, the list goes on. Costa Rica is real good. I mean, listen, the world is vast. You just got to decide. You just got to decide where you want to go, right? You just got to decide where you want to go. Unfiltered Grind says, and I'm going to get on that Patreon. I like these conversations. I want to do a link up in the future. Yes, Sirski, let's get it. Yes, Sirski. Listen, the Afterpill going worldwide. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. Like I said, I got some big things coming for 2026, right? Trying to hit 4 countries, trying to, you know, do a tidbit of rebranding, right? Listen, it's on and popping for 2026, right? Y'all feel the energy? Like, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to move. Fuck what's going on in politics, right? Fuck what's going on, what they talking about, money moving, right? I'm not about to sit around and be worried about what America got going on, right? If they trying to take care of us or they trying to screw us over or not, right? I don't have time for any of that. So we moving. Chris Hank says, Panama, Belize is my vibe. I'm trying to retire. Belize, I can't believe I didn't say Belize. Belize is so Belize is a depending on what you're going for. Belize is a great investment country. Belize is very great for investment. Belize is also I believe they're more so English, I believe. I think they speak English. I believe they also speak Spanish as well, but more so English. But Belize is a great investment country. And I think Belize is one of the fastest growing countries in Latin America right now, right? I'm gonna do some more research, but I think Belize is the fastest growing country in Latin America right now. But Belize is definitely on my list as well, right? More, I don't know how to pronounce that. More patois. That's what they call it. Patois in Spanish. Okay, that's good to know. Patois. My patois in Spanish. That's good to know. Okay. So as you can see, you got people in here who know a little something, right? So this is what I like. You know, game give game. I can't be the only one giving game. We got to be pinging off each other. Like Jamaican English. Oh, okay. So like a pigeon Creole kind of thing, right? Like a Creole pigeon native kind of thing, right? Like a mixture kind of thing. Gotcha. Yep. Okay. There we go. Right. I know Jamaicans speak a lot of pidgin, right? And you got the Southern Creole, Southern Louisiana. They speak pidgin as well and Creole as well. So it's kind of the same. Patois. Oh, okay. I know what you're saying now. Okay, I've heard that. I didn't know it was spelled like that. Patois. Gotcha. I know a lot about that. Okay. I didn't know that's how you spelt it. Okay, that's how you spell it. Okay. Now I know. See, I appreciate that. I love learning new shit. If you could tell, I was like, when it clicks, it clicks. I love learning shit. I love that shit. My family and homeland speak it too. Okay, cool. Unfiltered Grind. So you know it too. Okay. But anyway, y'all, I got to get going. Let me get out here and do some work. I'm working my 9 to 5 right now. Just got on here to chop it up with y'all. Special shouts out to Jack Frost, man. He went in, he dropped a hundo on the head. Shouts out to Jack Frost, man. We had some good conversation in here, man. We got to do more of these, for sure. But 2026, man, this is the year of the winners. This is the year of the rule breakers, man. You need to be on your grind. You need to be learning new things, right? I got my Spanish book with me, right? Because if you don't know already, listen, Dominican Republic is going to be my stomping ground, my second home, right? But stay tuned for that. I'm going to get more into details about that. But Dominican Republic is going to be my second home away from home. And quite frankly, probably eventually become my first home. So I'm actually learning Spanish right now. Like really just learning it, right? Head in the book, really studying because I have to. And actually my daughter as well, she's homeschooled, but she's also diving deep into the Spanish as well. It's actually more important for her than it is for me, because eventually she's going to be going to school in Dominican Republic, right? She's going to be in school in Dominican Republic at an international school. So they speak both English and Spanish, but eventually she's 7 years old, so eventually she'll be fluent in Spanish. So, but yeah, Ninja. Yeah, see y'all. See, look, I drop little gems. See y'all didn't, I told y'all just to pay attention. I'm literally designing. I'm designing the escape blueprint as we speak. Right? If you can just do the lives on there, this YouTube be having lames on it. Yeah, YouTube be having lames on it for real. Right? But we're gonna get it all set up. Yeah, appreciate that, Unfiltered Grind. Shouts out to Unfiltered Grind too. Unfiltered Grind, he's a YouTuber as well. He over there grinding himself over there as well. He over there getting in shape too. I see what he be doing over there. You posting the gym pics and the nutrition fix. So shouts out to Unfiltered Grind as well. Shouts out to Chris Hank, Shouts out to everybody. Devin, 4K, Cartier, right? Shouts out to everybody that came in and contributed to the conversation. Momo, Premium Fuel Only, right? Shouts out to everybody that contributed to the conversation. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.